ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Ahmad Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. We're live here at the Mangus Field for the championship Saturday in the New Providence Softball Association as 4 teams are vying for 2 crowns. Now, as you can see behind me, the first game has started on the ladies' side is the Johnson Lady Truckers, who are coming off a dramatic series clinching win against the Platinum Pool Sharks on Thursday, seek to dethrone the Sunshine or the Wildcats. But topping tonight's newscast, a local track and field superstar reveling in some recent success. Well, Bahamian track and field superstar Shawnee Miller-Weibo is back in town after setting the track world on fire the last few months with stellar performances in the Diamond League and most recently the IAAF Continental Cup in Ostrava, where she told our news team she enjoyed the experience.
The experience was great. It was a different experience, obviously coming together as a team with the Americas, and so yeah, it was a great experience. We got to do the mixed relay as well inside of it, and yeah, so the second time doing it was an amazing feeling, and we got over the championships, and so yeah, it was great.
Miller-Weibo saying her success was especially sweet, with this being considered an off year.
It was an off year. It was a little bit harder to, focus on the entire season, but we were able to get through it. Like I said, I love great competition, and so the competitions were pretty fierce this year, and so, yeah, I think everything went really well. I can only just be grateful to God for how the season went.
With her not having lost a race in nearly 2 years, Shawnee says she treats each race the same and brings her best every time.
It continues to push me. I love getting into really competitive races. That's what makes it fun about the sport. Yeah. So yeah, I love great competition, and I love when the races are very heated. And yeah, that's what really pushes me. Like I said, I want to be the best in the sport, and I'm really pushing hard to get that done.
And the last time she spoke with our news team, Miller-Weibo indicated that she has shifted some of her training focus to that of the apathlon. She says that's still a major goal of hers.
I'm not going to give up on it until I get it done. My coach, like I said, is open with the idea. So I don't know, maybe the next off year, we have a lot of business to get done for Worlds and Olympics coming up. So yeah, the next off year, hopefully we can get it done. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to doing it.
And we're a few weeks away from the start of the G.S.S.A. basketball season. The Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins have already hit the floor running, literally, as the team has begun some high-intensity conditioning training. Head coach Danico Bowles saying making sure his players are in shape are a vital part of his projected plan for his team's success this year.
Well, conditioning is very, very important. That's pretty much the first thing that we do each and every year. You want to spend some time, make sure these guys in shape. If they're not in shape, then a lot of the drills moving forward, it's going to be useless. So conditioning is key, and that's a big part of Doris Johnson basketball. The guys have to be in shape. They must be in shape before we start anything else. So what you see today is just a small representation of what we do on a daily basis, from here moving forward. Definitely looking forward to a good season, where we got to come out and actually do some running, so I think that allows us to be aggressive, especially for the ending part of the season. But like I say, it's definitely something that the boys really, really need, and it's something that I push a lot.
With several returning players, Bowles says he hopes the team's chemistry and bond remain strong.
Chemistry is a big part. You could have the best players on the floor any given day, but once that like you said, the chemistry and that bond is in there, I think you're in for problems. But these guys, like I said, they've been together for a year or two now, and so they understand each other's strengths. They understand each other's weaknesses. They know how to push each other in games, on court, off the court. In classrooms as well as helping in there too. So, chemistry is definitely key, and that's something that I'm going to dwell on this year. And I think the guys pretty much, like I said, they're doing a very good job so far. We just need to continue to build on it. Our chemistry as a team, we'll definitely be good this year.
2 of those returning players, Center Malachi McCoy and point guard Matthew Sanders, explained their roles.
Being persevered on the court, being dedicated, helping these fellas in and on the court and even outside, as well as in schoolwork. Just lead them and just become like a better person.
My role on the team basically just it's like a coach on the court to control the game, make sure everything going nice and smooth, pass the ball, only disrupt the defense, disrupt the offense, and that's pretty much it.
And speaking of G.S.S.A., several new and young faces trying to make a name for themselves in the coaching ranks while establishing or continuing success at their respective athletic programs. First up, Sidleen Justillian, who coaches volleyball and track and field at C.H. Reeves.
Well, this year, especially with the first sport we have, volleyball, last year we didn't make championship. Hopefully this year we make championship. And my boys already working hard, so we're looking for that championship this year.
As for her relationship with her players,
Well, it's been so far so good. You know, I'm able to relate to the kids, seeing that I'm young. You know, I can sit down and have a little talk with my kids, find out what's going on with them, you know, encourage them. And I even let them know that I play sports too. And I show them a little bit of what I can do. And then, you know, like, come on, try to be coach. And yeah, I motivate my kids.
and Dakia Rose is entering her first year as the girls' volleyball, soccer, and track and field coach at C.R. Walker.
My expectation for my actions this season is I'm just hope they come ready to practice and to be serious and within the learn if they don't know the sport. I'm just excited to coach my first year at C.R. Walker. I'm just excited. I wish that everything goes well as my first season coaching at C.R. Walker.
For Christine Janor, who coaches volleyball, softball, and basketball at Anatole Rogers, she does have some concerns.
The only concerns I have with the limited amount of playtime we're going to have, but with both teams, we're going to try to go to other tournaments and whatever other events we could go to try to get some games in, different from the regular season.
And it's shooting season. David Raming, president of Bahamas Archery Federation, on what's on tap for the 2018-2019 season.
Yes, we're about to start the 2018-2019 shooting season. Our first tournament is in November in Freeport, tentatively. And then we have another tournament that we've been invited to in Barbados, also in November. And then we have our own nationals in December, on the 16th of December, tentatively. And then next year, there's a training camp that we've been invited to in Chula Vista, California. And then there's also the qualifier for the Pan American Games, which we hope to attend as well. We've got a young archer who's just recently returned from a tournament in April of this year in Santo Domingo, and he won 2 gold medals. Another one of our mature archers picked up a bronze. So we got 4 medals. He also won a bronze medal.
Raming also making a declaration for some female archers.
A gender-neutral sport. There's nothing about how tall you are, how fast you are. Anybody could participate. And we do not currently have a national team that includes females. And we would very much like to have our female athletes participate because you know our Bahamian women are strong. And so we could do well with some female archers as well, and coaches and volunteers.
As for the young archery prodigy Samuel Aubrey, he tells us how often he works and some of his goals.
I've been competing for 3 years. I got into archery. I went to a get-together at a church, and they had archery there, and I just started from there.
So how did you find it learning it? Was it challenging?
It was challenging at sometimes you just want to quit, but sometimes it takes perseverance, so you get through it.
So how often do you practice?
I practice a lot. I practice 2 times a day. I want to see myself going to the Olympics at least 3 times because, yeah, I just want to do that.
Why 3 times?
3 times the charm. I just want to do that.
All right, so how do you find it balancing school and practicing archery?
Archery helps you with determination, and if you don't have determination in school, you ain't gonna have nothing.
Mature archer Wayne Camacho also spoke to our news team about some of his accomplishments.
Really no, because I have a passion for it. I have a range also set up at my home where I will train like every day, and then that in turn cost me to invest in my personal equipment. Since my time in archery, I have competed at the archery nationals, where I was ranked number 3rd locally at a tournament. Then when I took part in the development tournaments, I in turn pick up a bronze medal, and I in turn did my personal best, which in turn put me up to the 2nd best archer within the country.
And in tonight's feature game on the men's side, the Commander Security Truckers will try and steamroll their way past the projected favorite ZNS Hitmen. And tonight is definitely looking like a good night for softball. So for all you softball fans out there, you might want to make your way out to Bankers Field. And that's been a look at sports on this Saturday. A quick check on weather is up next.